Welcome to ABC's Grab and Go on-demand webcast. Today we'll look at procedures for checking charging systems on Van Hool motor coaches. Prior to starting the coach, part of the operator's pre-trip inspection should involve checking the charging system. This can be done easily by observing two battery symbols on the dash display. On all Van Hool motor coaches, two battery symbols should remain on the dash once the master and ignition switches have been cycled on. The battery symbols represent the alternators are online and ready to start charging. Once the coach is running, the alternator output will cancel the battery symbol for its related alternator. This is done with the D+ terminal on the back of the alternator. As the alternator rotor rotates and increases the current output, the rise in voltage is the message to the coach that the alternator is charging. Troubleshooting. If you find only one battery symbol displayed on the dash at the time the ignition is turned on, the following checks can be made to determine the problem. Troubleshooting missing battery symbol. A good visual inspection of the charging system can be of great value. Check circuit breakers Z70 and Z71. Make sure they are in position and the center reset pin is not pushed out. Check the alternators. Verify the connections are clean and cables secure. No damage or unnecessary exposed copper wire strands that would prevent any further issues. Once the visual inspections check out, we can start testing with our Volt Ohm Multimeter. Being familiar with your Volt Ohm meter can be a great time saver for diagnostics. Using the Volt Ohm meter, we can move toward the suspected alternator. If only one battery symbol is displayed, then we start at alternator number 2. At the back of the alternator, we can attach the black lead of the Volt Ohm meter to the B- terminal, which should have a cable attached to it that runs directly to chassis ground. Attach the red lead of the Volt Ohm meter B+ terminal. With the master switch on, we can confirm full battery voltage at the alternator. Here we show both the Leesneville to the left and the Bosch alternator to the right. This gives us terminal positions. Troubleshooting missing battery symbol with coach not running. Now we can move the red lead of the Volt Ohm meter to the D+ terminal. This should give us a reading of less than 3 volts. This reading will tell us the alternator is absorbing the voltage being supplied to excite the alternator. If the reading is more than 3 volts, then internally the alternator has an open circuit, possibly due to brushes being worn and unable to make good contact with the field coil through the slip rings on the rotor. We can also verify voltage at the wire by removing the wire from the D+ terminal to ensure voltage is being supplied at the wire. Troubleshooting with battery symbol displayed with coach running. Using the Volt Ohm meter, we can start by setting the meter to volts DC. Connect the black lead to the B- terminal or chassis ground. Attach the red lead to the B+ terminal to verify full battery voltage has reached the alternator. Once this has been determined, we can connect the red lead to the D+ terminal. A good working alternator should read a full charging 27 volts DC. If a reading of full voltage is read on the meter and the battery indicator remains on the dash, this could indicate an open circuit like a broken wire or a tripped circuit breaker. Troubleshooting low battery voltage symbol. A symbol like this is an indication the electrical system has reached a state of inadequate charge. If this appears without the coach running, we can suspect the battery voltage has dropped due to weak batteries caused by extended period of inactivity, low water level in batteries, loose connection or corrosion, load on the system without recharge, running the electrical system under full load while the coach is at low idle speed. To determine a defective alternator, it may be necessary to remove the belt from one or disconnect the cables on the back of the alternator. Before the test, check whether the batteries are in good condition and fully charged. Also check the security of the battery clamps. Connect an accurate voltmeter to the battery group. Let the engine turn at 1000 RPMs. Switch on all electrical circuits. The voltmeter should now indicate more than 27 volts. Note, the charging values on a warm system will be 0.5 volt lower than at initial start. If the charge is too low, replace voltage regulator of the alternator and repeat test. If there is no improvement after carrying out step 5, remove the alternator for repair or replacement. For questions regarding this webcast, please contact ABC's Technical Service Department at 877-427-7278. Listen for the prompts for Coach Technical Support and select the appropriate option. Support is available at this number 24/7.